my lemonade life. What goes better with lemonade and summer and picnics and barbecues than some delicious potato salad? Today I am going to show you my grandmother's famous potato salad. Famous to our family. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it or not, but it's famous for our family. It's always requested probably 8 or 10 times a year. Probably every month someone wants potato salad in our family. We live in the desert, so it feels like summer all the time, and so it goes with every meal anyway. Sandwiches, all the things. So today I'm going to show you how I make my potato salad. If you like pickles, you're in for a treat. If you like dill pickles, you're really in for a treat, because that is probably the secret ingredient. And then there's another little secret ingredient that I will tell you at the end. So I already prepared the foods that are going to go in it, because that's kind of a time-consuming chop, cut. And so I already took care of that so that we can mix it up real quick. So I have here about 8 cups of not quartered, but thick diced, like a big chunky potato. So when I cook my potatoes, I do it a couple of different ways. I put them in boiling water, and or I boil them until they're tender, and then I peel the jackets off of them. I always cook them in the jackets and then peel them, and that for some reason is just the way my grandma did it, so that's the way I do it. So cook them in the jackets until they're tender, and then I run cold water over them, and I kind of soak them in cold water for a little bit, and then the skins just peel right off. Then another way that I do it occasionally, if I'm really pushed for time, I cook them in my pressure cooker, and then I peel them. I put them in the ice bath and then peel them again. Not again, but peel them. So that's how I do my potatoes. Sometimes you might have a baked potato left, or a couple of baked potatoes. You can feel free to do with those. You can cook them however you want, but that's how I do my potatoes. So I've got here about 8 cups of potatoes. That's about 6 large russet potatoes. And I'm using a big bowl because I like to have room to stir. So, and I just cut them into, thick chunks, probably, I probably cut them like 3 times across and then 3 times the other way. So about 9 pieces, 12 pieces out of each one. Okay, then I've got a bunch of green onions chopped, bunch of green onions. And this is about a cup, so it's just one bunch like you get in the store. And then this is like 2 big dill pickles. Okay, this is like my favorite part. And if you like pickles, you're gonna love this. So I've got about 2 great big dill pickles. I use Clausen. I love Clausen pickles, but I understand that we all have our preference as to what kind of pickles and what are good in our region. I have 8 hard-boiled eggs, and I just did them in a thick chop. And I'm gonna throw those in. So I have about a cup of mayonnaise here. And we're gonna see if that's enough. It might not be. We might have to add a little bit more. Depends on how creamy you like your potato salad, or if you just like it a little bit more dry. And these potatoes were huge. I told my son I'd make it if he'd cook the potatoes. Sometimes I enlist the help of others. If they're making a big request, then I'm like, yeah, if you do this much. This is a teaspoon of salt, and you can salt how you want to. And potatoes obviously take a little bit of salt, and about a teaspoon of pepper. I don't salt a lot when I'm cooking because I don't eat a lot of salt, and so I just let everybody else, salt to their taste. Okay, then I've got some good old French's yellow mustard. And I'm going to add a couple of squeezes of that. So probably a tablespoon or 2. And then I've got a couple of ingredients that I use that really help to make this have the flavor that I want. This is Regina red wine vinegar. It is my favorite. This is my favorite brand. I don't know why. I've tried all the other ones. You're welcome to use whatever brand you like. But then we're going to give it quite a few shakes to taste of Regina vinegar, or red wine vinegar. You can use whatever kind. And then, how about some pickle juice? Let's just add a little pickle juice. Just pour some of that in there. And then we're going to stir it up and see where we land. Of course, this is not an exact recipe because potatoes vary in size and creaminess varies, dryness of the potatoes varies. So we may want to add more mayonnaise. This is just a good base recipe, but we can add to it. I don't think we'll have too much mayonnaise. And when I used to make it when I was younger, before I had other opinions in my household, other strong opinions in my household, I used Miracle Whip. And I know most people don't, or there's a lot of people that don't love Miracle Whip and they go, ooh, but in this potato salad, it's absolutely delicious. So if you want to try, if you have Miracle Whip, go ahead and use Miracle Whip, and it tastes great. So I wouldn't worry a bit about substituting a little bit of Miracle Whip instead of the mayonnaise. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna turn it up here so you can see it a little bit. And I like to get this done early in the day so that I can put it in the fridge and let the flavors kind of meld together. And so you're not just tasting a bite of onion, a bite of pickle. It just, the longer it sits, the better it is. Okay, it looks like we're just about right on that mayonnaise and the mustard. And like I said, I use a big bowl because I like to stir it around and not have it go all over my counter when I do. And then I put it into a nice serving bowl, or I just kind of clean up this bowl to take it to a picnic or put it on the table or whatever. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let me take a taste and I'll tell you what we need, if anything. Okay, here we go. I'll show you this forkful. You can tell it's got, well, maybe if I get it up high enough, you can see the egg and you can see the onion and the pickles and the potato. So it's a good mix. And now I'm going to taste it and I'll tell you if it needs anything. It is perfect. Just like it is. So now all it needs is a little bit of refrigeration. Okay, a lot of refrigeration. And it will be ready for your picnic, your barbecue, your sandwiches, whatever you're gonna do. We're having it tonight with pulled pork at my son's house. So they always call me and say, can you make the messy food? The potato salad, that's the one that makes the biggest mess in my kitchen. The desserts, the rolls, but I love it. I love having family to be able to go eat with them and share a meal, and I love that I can still cook. So this is my grandma's famous potato salad. Go ahead and try it and then tell me in the comments if you love it as much as I do. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and a little thumbs up would be great, and I will see you again next time. Hope you have an awesome summer. Okay, my friends, if you have loved this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and also hit the bell notifications so that you will find out when we post a new video. See you next time.